Hello, everyone. Jose J. Garcia with Mobile Home University here. So, guest for tonight, Chris. Chris is a friend of mine. We actually grew up since third grade, maybe fourth grade. I don't remember. Middle
Something
school,
like that.
whatever years that
Been a
is. Chris,
while.
how you doing?
Pretty good. You?
Good, good. When did we go to school together? Was that middle school? Seventh grade?
I think middle seventh grade is middle school. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't even recall what years are which is middle school or high school, that sort of thing. But I do know that, my last year was in ninth grade. That's where I fired my school. So yeah.
Your last year with ninth grade.
Yeah, I fired my school. They failed me. My education system failed me like it's failed a lot of people. Mark Twain once said that, I never allowed school to get in front of my education. So I'm gonna use that one on there because ninth grade was my last year of education. But anyway, so glad to have you, Chris, on here. One of the reasons that I wanted to bring you is we try to show many people different ways to invest within mobile homes and its avenues and avenues and avenues within one business. A lot of people like to poke around one too many places and not really succeed at any of the above. So what I tell people is, if you do choose mobile homes, I hear, okay, well, I want to own a restaurant and then a coffee shop and then a bar and then like you haven't mastered one. I don't know why you picking and dodging kind of thing. So if you take any investment, let's just say mobile homes, and just explore all the avenues within that one investment, once you master them all, then you can go get your restaurant or a coffee shop or whatever you want. But learn to master one before another. And you bring just one more avenue within mobile homes that can be done, and that is private money lending, which you've done with us in the past, correct?
Correct.
So, a lot of people are going to be tuning in because they hear that, and a lot of investors, students are coming in, and that's one thing that the lack is money. Like me, when I got started, I didn't have any money, so we had to jump in and kind of get creative or get what we could afford. You on the other side, you don't really care to get dirty. Not that you don't. We're going to ask you about that, but in a sense of mobile homes, you came in from the money side, where you put your money to work, which is one of the greatest, smartest investments ever. Is you send Mr. Dollar Bill to go out and bring Mr. $5 bill. That's great investment. It doesn't matter where you put it as long as it does that. Aside from investing in mobile homes, what do you do?
I invest in the stock market. Do day trading, penny stocks, and anything that's going to make me money. Really.
Something I've been trying to get into for 10 years probably. I've looked into slightly and numbers confuse me. But you can get it down. But again, I'm focused on the mobile home. So once, years from now, maybe it's something to jump in on there. Scale 1 to 10, how would you rate your benefits of funding, private funding for mobile homes?
Um, what do you mean by?
Would you say it's a good investment to invest in mobile homes from a private lending side?
Oh yeah, it's a lot less involved. Also, you can just put your money to work, and you don't have to do anything for it. Just sit back and collect a paycheck.
There you go. Well, what I say, it makes sense. What is your knowledge in mobile homes? In a sense of just the step size from creating a note. How involved would you say you were? How much do you know on that side?
As far as
The
or
actual
what
note
do you mean?
itself and the way the agreements are set up. Because, like I said, we bring you in from a lending side. So, for those of you listening, is the way we do it is, and we coach it is 50-50 partnership. That is essentially one of the best relationships you can have. You can have somebody invest on all the money, all of it, and then somebody else invest the sweat equity, which means that person's going to do the contracts, agreements, handle the contractors, handyman, the home, etc. Chris would be more from the money side. He pitches his money in and he collects. But what is your knowledge in mobile homes alone? Because you grew up in a mobile home like myself, right?
Yes, I've been in several mobile homes, and I actually what I'm in now is the mobile home, and we did it straight from clearing the land to putting the mobile home here and combining the title and land and all into
Oh, we're going
one.
to talk about that because we're going to tell people about a little bit about what it actually makes sense when you do invest. A lot of people think, well, it's a depreciating object in a mobile home, and it can be, and it is much like a vehicle. But when you do it right, like Chris is, we're going to talk about that. It does not. It actually appreciates. So you have to know what you're doing. Would you recommend more people invest in mobile homes from a lending side?
Oh yeah, mobile homes have such a high return on your investment because they're cheap. So you don't need a whole lot of money to make a lot of money.
What was your impression or your reaction when you were first presented the ROI numbers? As in, hey, Chris, you want to invest in mobile homes? Look, you can get a return on your investment of this number.
I was surprised. I mean, I've done a regular real estate in the past, and I got lucky on it and made a little over 100%. But in mobile homes you make 500-600%.
Most people's reaction is that's not true. Those are not legit numbers. They don't believe
Yeah,
such
I think
thing.
you're exaggerating.
Especially real estate investors. They come around with their minimal percentage of return on their investments and they're excited. I look at them and I'm questioning, is this excitement or complaints happening here, kind of thing. So when we present ours, it's like, no way, kind of thing. So but good. Now you invest in the stock market, you know a lot more in that than I do. I'm gonna be reaching out to you for coaching on that, by the way. But
All right.
how big a difference are the returns between stock market and mobile home investing?
The mobile home investing is a little more guaranteed than the stock market is. My goal for the stock market is usually 5-10% a day. Where, like you said, with the mobile homes, it's maybe 500%. You don't get it in a day, but it's more guaranteed, less risk.
There definitely is less risk. I mean, the stock market, I think it's phenomenal. It's great. But I mean, it's like, you don't know what it's doing up, down, that kind of thing. And with a mobile home, even though it is personal property, you have a title. So there's some type of collateral there that can come back and you're secure to an extent. So it's a bit of difference. But the numbers itself, you see a lot greater on mobile homes, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you can get big returns on trades, but they're not guaranteed. They're not as common as the mobile homes.
Yeah. And I'm not even going to dive into that because I would have nothing but questions on that. I have no idea. Yeah, I try to take I did take with the same education field that I have, investing in stocks. I was excited, stoked. I was in there, had my coffee, my pen, and everything ready. And about 2 hours into it, I was dizzy. So it wasn't for me then. I haven't been very good with numbers, and that's something. Do you have to be good with numbers for stock market?
No, not necessarily. It's more patterns than anything.
Hmm.
And I mean, you can do paper trading or you play with fake money, which is probably the best way to do it. And I did not do that and lost a good bit on it
Oh,
starting out.
but you learn from it, right?
Yeah, I mean, you're
Well,
going to
there you
pay for
go.
your education one way or another.
Or you want anyway. Yeah, no, we're not going to get too deep into stocks, but I know that they're great. If you know what you're doing, like anything, like any investment, I know that you can rent stocks, you can a lot. So there's definitely, avenues there that can be done. But you believe in mobile home investing because you do it. You've done lending with us before in the past. You have a couple currently that we do together still. Probably have
Mhm.
another 2 years of collecting. So that's beautiful cash flow, and that's what we want. But you went on to the extent of buying your own personal double wide, which I visited you, and you
Mhm.
got land. You have like 300 acres, I think, and a double wide, and all kinds of stuff going on over there. But um, tell us about this investment, this double wide.
Well, we decided we didn't want to build a regular house. Um, it was so much easier to clear the land and bring the mobile home in, and we had it put. I mean, the counter ran technically requires you put it on a permanent foundation, which when you put it on permanent foundation, it's now a house combined with the land, and it actually appreciates in value. So it was so much simpler and just seemed to make more sense to do the mobile home. And they make mobile homes so nice now.
They do. Yes. I have a visit with Horton coming up soon, and I'm actually going in there. We're going to be talking about win zone fours. That's a little on the downside. There's win zone 1, 2, 3s. You probably have a win zone 1 where you're located, but there is something greater, bigger coming. And I'm looking forward to that. I'm going to be part of that. So that's pretty awesome. But yeah, the mobile homes, I mean, there's mobile homes been built now that look nicer than a house. So a lot of
Oh
the
yeah.
stigma still of, ew, it's a mobile home. They're talking about a 70s, maybe early 80s, and inside of a dirty mobile home park. that's not well managed. You have your own land, you have your own mobile home, so it is a beauty. What was the length of the development of the land? Because you took out trees. I mean, you started from scratch.
Yeah, it was, you couldn't hardly walk through it when we first got the land. We had it cleared out. And from start to finish, was probably 4 or 5 months. Um, that was clearing the land, putting the driveway in, septic tank, all that stuff. Putting how to do a well
Okay.
and all the inspections in the middle. But as far as putting the house down, from the time they delivered the house to the time it was put together was, I don't know, 2 3 days. It was quick.
So what did you do? Go to the dealership and say, I want this one?
Yeah, we did. We went to the dealership. They had all of them set up on the dealership,
Mm.
and we saw it, and we were able to go through and change the floor plan a little bit. Actually, took 2 bedrooms and combined them into one and made a home gym. And so we were able to pick the floor, the cabinets, everything, and then they built it. It delivered to the dealership so we could look at it, and then they brought it out here and put it together.
So you've seen from a side that a lot of people even that invest don't get to see, and that's the actual transportation, putting it together, breaking it apart. Because a double wide is two single wides put together. That's really what it is. But you got to see now going down into your property. It's a big old downhill. How big of a nerve wrack was that seeing these single wides coming down there?
Oh, it's not something you want to watch, really. It was kind of rough. They had to their truck was set up pretty good. They were able to let air out of the tires from the cab, and they had a winch
Wow.
on the train.
Yeah,
They were
make it happen.
pulling creeks over, getting up the road.
Yeah, no, it takes a lot. So they didn't do anything special in the sense of cranes or anything. They literally drove them down, put them together, and they were good.
Yeah, they drove them down. They had a winch on the front of the truck and were able to hook the trees and pull it up the hill. But they just had 2 trucks pull it in. They didn't do anything special.
Yeah, some setups that I've seen in the past where people get their own personal, it just depends on what the property looks like. They actually get cranes and they actually pick up the entire home and swing it around and set it, which is crazy whenever they want to move that out of there because it would have to be moved the same way, and it typically cannot. But you were able to drive yours down into so that, but that makes for a good investment. You have your land, you have your double wide. See, the difference between a single wide and a double wide is that double wides with land, meaning that they've been detitled. They're part of the real estate now. It's a deed, it's real estate.
Mm-hmm.
Your mobile home will actually appreciate versus most mobile homes that depreciate.
Mm-hmm.
So that's that's a good investment, and that's how you do it. Is you have to take a mobile home, you take it to a piece of land, and you detitle. It means nothing more than it can no longer be moved. It is now structured like a house.
Yeah, I mean,
So
you can separate it later on if you need to, but I don't have to buy the stickers for the window or not get separate taxes. It's all one tax. And
right, and by that, Chris means the little decals. This would be the same thing like your vehicle, the little square that goes on your side. Well, mobile homes get the same thing, and over a period of time, it looks like a Christmas tree. They're all over it. So, or they should be if you're paying taxes. You should be, but absolutely. So, well, good. Motivation for somebody getting started in mobile home investing. Any suggestions?
um, I just would say don't wait. I waited on it for so long, and then when I finally started, I was like, why was I waiting the whole time? I
Mhm.
mean, it's fun to get out and go look at homes and stuff, and um, then you do it, the more money you get coming in.
There you go. Take action. Absolutely. So I have a lot of investors that they're getting into mobile home investing with me, coaching, and they're ready, but they don't want to start from a whole selling side, which I think is a downside to that. But they want to be landlords right away or start owning their own. So they need money. When can we expect you to start lending again?
Hopefully soon. I'm ready to get some more deals going.
There you go. We're ready to maximize win all around. So as long as everybody wins, we're all happy. Well, great. That is awesome. Absolutely. That is the one side that I don't think I had talked too much on here, and that was the partnership with lending, which is huge. It's huge for any investor because no matter how many how much money you may think you have, if you have enough deals coming around, you will run out of money. So that's where people like Chris come around and keep on going, keep those deals coming. So Chris, it has been awesome having you on here. We look forward to more deals for sure, and we will be in contact with that.
All right. Thanks for having me.
All right, don't go nowhere.
All right.